Hey guys, it's mid-June, almost July, and I thought I would show you what the garden looks like right now. It's totally changed since the last garden tour I did in April. So I've got bubblegum super petunias from Proven Winners all up through here, and the catmint has come out really well. I've got some coleus and things in this bed. I've got the dog fencing up. Check out the huge oak leaf hydrangea. It's just blooming its head off. I've got another smaller one back here. This is the difference between a little bit of shade and a lot of sun. It gets mostly morning sun. So I moved some hostas from the back and I put them in these pots and they are loving it. The dog is on guard. Got some catmint over here as well, and I moved some hostas and put them here in front of the rocks, and we've got some more bubblegum petunias. I've got a little bit of ground cover here coming around. Hopefully it'll be blooming its head off soon. Now check out this bed. Gorgeous. Let's zoom out a little bit. These are the wee white hydrangeas, and I've got some veronicas in there. Add in the annuals, which is so much fun, just to add color all the time. My favorite Fay Chapel salvia, there's a video about that coming out soon. We lost a dogwood right here, so this was all really shady before, but the ferns are doing okay. Those are ostrich ferns. They're coming back. We weeded some of this out recently, and now it looks much more uniform. And these guys will grow in, so it'll have a nice path of hosta going back to this cute little stone bench. All right, as we work our way around, these are some of my favorite impatiens. They've got little stripies on them. They almost look like the disease that impatiens get, but it's not. Beautiful hostas. The porch is popping with all sorts of plants. Over here, I've got these Prince Tuts that will grow up and nice and tall, and then the vines will come down, so I'll have complete privacy right through here in about another month. Check these out. These are the baby version of that Big Daddy, which is amazing. The little honey has bloomed. It's had its peak, but now they're all turning kind of a pinkish color, which is really pretty. This guy eventually will get a little darker green in the summer, which is fun. Look at that limelight prime back there. It's a much brighter color. And this is one of my favorites. I stole this idea from UT Gardens, a garden around. They had like a riverbed of these Roseanne geraniums, and that is so cool. And I've planted a few more to continue that. These are about 2 years old, and these just came this year, so that's the difference in there. A pagoda dogwood, and we've got another Fay Chapel salvia back there. So I took this area. I still have to finish my pathway later in the summer. But I took this and I'm using this area as a cutting garden, and I put some squash and zucchini in here because they get borers every time I plant them in the garden. So these are all dahlias, and I've got some zinnia seeds coming out, seedlings, and I couldn't wait, so I just bought some plants and stuck them in there. So over here, the patio looks great. And here's the in-between size of this rice paper plant. I think in the April, if you want to go back to the April one, they were this big. And they're already that big, and the leaves get twice as big as that, easily. Those are really cool plants. And those are all anemones, big white anemones. I've got some little lime hydrangeas here that are about to open up, like, completely. So the cottage garden is booming right now. Check out the planters I've got on either side. Those are amazing. Back here by the hose, I've got some more Prince Tut. I just have a nice basket back here to kind of hide some of the mess of hoses and things. We've got all sorts of fun plants going here. Look at this phlox. Now this phlox is very interesting. It changes colors every year, which is crazy. But like I've got hot pink and I've light pink, and sometimes it's all white. One year it came in and all of it was white. Now I just have a couple of white ones, so I think that's a really interesting fact. Got some dahlias that came back. These are some of my favorites, these pineapple lilies. Aren't those cool? Look at the blooms on these. Awesome. I need to stake that one up. It's so cool. The bee balm is almost done. I'll cut these off and deadhead and throw some seeds around and have some more for next year. And then look at the black-eyed Susan, just a sea of yellow right now. So beautiful. So pretty. I've got this, is it whip stitch? This just kind of sits here all year and looks interesting. So it's a nice filler for this cottage garden that you don't have to worry too much, and weeds just don't grow under there. And check out this side. All sorts of plants in here. Jet plane flying over. And this is probably one of my favorite spots to sit and just enjoy right now. So gorgeous. That cottage garden is popping. And over here, I need to cut back some of the snowdrops that have bloomed. Got some plants still at the ready. The coral bells are looking good. I weeded that out, and we lost a tree right over here, so this bubbler fountain gets a little bit more sun than it used to, and so it's getting a little darker than it normally does, but it's still bubbling away. Birds are taking baths in it every single day. And then back here, got some random, I just like to put pots around every once in a while. My hydrangeas are not going to bloom, but they didn't die, so that's great. I did lose one right here, and I put a banana, I'll put it in the comments, I can't remember exactly what that's called. And then the Indian pink, sweet. And I'm waiting on my bear's breeches to bloom. So pretty much, and the rest of these plants are for clients of mine that I am going to be planting, like this awesome contorted filbert on a standard. Isn't that cool? So the lungwort looks great right now, even though it's not blooming. It's still just totally interesting. And that's one of the things I love. Hope you enjoyed this quick little tour, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll be bringing you another one later on in the year.